Hey, well, these are all my components for the solar system, minus the panels, of course, which I do have those in storage. But what I need to do is actually start getting these in order and attaching them to a board because, well, actually, my hope is to be able to just pick this board up and take it to the tiny house and just plug it into my solar panels and have power. I don't want to leave this at the tiny house for now because I'm always concerned with someone breaking in. It always kind of scares me. And the last thing I want is for someone to steal all my solar components because they're expensive. So I'm going to unpack some of this stuff. Now I know nothing at all about solar. All of my information came from research, watching videos, hoping that they know what they're doing, and I'll just mimic it. So, one of my first components is a pure sine wave inverter. I'm doing a 24 watt system. In my research, I feel that's going to be the easiest for me. There's a lot of components out there that fit up nicely with the 24 volt and with the batteries. Putting them in series or whatever. I got 12 volt batteries, so by connecting them it makes 24 volt. So everything just seemed to be going towards a whole 24 volt system. And my panels are 24 volt except for two, which I think are 12, but I have to connect them in series, or I don't know, something like that. But it'll be figured out. Now what I did, I went online and I found this. He seems to be an expert. I mean, a lot of people listen to him, watch his videos, and he attached everything to a board, which was really nice. Everything looked so streamlined, and he had a parts list of what he used. So what I did is I more or less just copied the list and bought everything. Okay, this is a solar charge controller. Beautiful. Now this system is going to be a 1 kilowatt system. However, it is capable of bringing in 2 kilowatts. Okay, so I can hook up 2 kilowatts. It's capable of bringing it in, but it will only allow the 1 kilowatt to actually charge the batteries. So of course, as some of you may know, that when you get let's say a 250 watt panel, you may be lucky to get 200 watts from it. You know what I mean? Unless it's very bright, sunny, and all the conditions are perfect. So by doing a 1 kilowatt system, but being capable of connecting 2 kilowatts of solar to it, I can really maximize the charging. Even on cloudy days, I should be doing pretty good. So this is, let's see, they all kind of come with some sort of monitor and controller. I'm going to try to just keep all this together until we start building it and putting it, until we start assembling it. So this will stay here. Also, I got a handful of tools that I knew I was going to need. Wire cutters, more cutting tools, it looks like. This is, to check the voltage, I believe, another monitor of some kind. I got a good amount of cable. Now this is the best cable that's on the market. It's pure copper, and I'm hoping I have enough length to do everything I need to do. Maybe I won't have enough to actually connect it to the batteries, but as long as I can get this all assembled on this board, I'm good. Okay, this says it's a thermal circuit breaker. Maybe a 50 amp, it looks like. I think this is a grounding bar. I'm pretty sure that's what this is. Okay, this is a fuse block. 12 circuits with cover and negative bus. It can accept up to 30 amps. But what this is more or less going to be my fuse box for all of my DC, direct current? Yeah, for all of my DC things in the house. Because I'm hoping to have some charging stations, you know, next to the couch, maybe next to my bed that we can plug directly in. Oh, nice. Okay, this is a hammer lug crimper. So what you do is you put something in there, you take a hammer or maybe a mallet, and pound it down to actually crimp these. Because I wanted to make my own size, you know. Okay, so this is what I have. I might have to run to the hardware store and get some screws in order to screw it all down. But we'll go ahead and get started. So what I'm going to do is turn this board around. When I get it all somewhat together, then I'll cut the board to, you know, a smaller size so I can transport it. Well, I don't really know where my batteries are going to sit. I'm going to assume down here somewhere, not directly underneath it, but in front. So I'm going to leave some space here. Okay. Okay, now I know that this is my grounding bar. I know this can go right about here. Here's my 50 amp. So I think now I have the components lined up correctly and what needs to be done. Now I have to start doing the wiring. A Pure Swine wave inverter did come with its own cables to hook up to the battery, so I'm glad I did put this down here with room so I can connect this to the battery. I do already have two 12-volt batteries. Extremely expensive, by the way. Damn. But even then, I got a good deal on them. Again, if I wouldn't have won a poker game to pay for that, I don't think I could have afforded it, because the batteries alone were like $1,000 for two of them, and that again was a good deal. So, that being said, I'm hoping if I ever move in, when I move into the tiny house, I won't have the expenses that I have today, and I can easily start expanding our solar system. Okay, so I have 8-gauge wire. I'm going to start attempting to connect some of these, at least some of the minor ones, okay? I believe I'm going to need some shrink wrap and a few other things that I apparently did not get. But I'll have to look into it and see, because I really thought I'd purchased everything so I could just move forward. But I'll go through some of my other things and see if I have it. Everything is screwed down to this board, so I'll kind of cut up there, you know, and then cut probably down here. Try to just make it a little bit smaller, more convenient to to move. Well, this is the part that scares me, is the whole moving forward with the wiring. I'm going to do my best to follow the diagram. Again, I don't have shrink wrap, so maybe I can go get that at the hardware store. If not, I might have to delay this a few more days until I can get it delivered in the mail. I got this connected, so I'm going to have to go to the hardware store and get the right gauge wiring. But for now, I can hook this up. This has to go to this 50 amp, and you have to use 4 gauge. This is 4 gauge copper, and I believe it goes right in there. Now I might take this back out. It depends. I can just go ahead and cut it and put it right under this. Sweet. Okay. This, what you do is you lift this up. Oh, you put your wire and stuff in there, and then you take a hammer and you hit it until it smashes it down real good. It works. I'll be right back. There. Things like that. Then what happens, this runs down to the battery. So the battery comes up here, hits a 50 amp. After it hits 100 amp, then goes to a 50 amp, I guess. From the 50 amp it goes to here, which I guess is protecting this. Okay. I'm not sure what the 100 amps for. Why don't we just go directly there? But I don't know. This hooks up to this panel. Just putting it on here long enough to get a length and maybe cut it. Okay. There. Now from there, according to the diagram, okay, so it comes from here and it goes to here. From here to there. So I'm going to cut it right about right there. I'm going to need a bigger washer. The grounding, the negative from here, has to come over to there. So it's going to be like similar to, it's going to look like that. See, this washer and nut, I mean, they're just way too small. I just have to get a bigger washer to tie it all down. All right. Moving along. Okay, I picked up what appears to be the right type of wire, 12 AWG, I don't know. But it matches this. So according to the diagram, I'm to take this and extend it down to here. So this is going to go here. I do have some like those cable wire things that we can, so I can nail these wires down and make it look nice. That's cool. I'll tell you what, the right tools really do make all the difference in the world, even with wiring. I wound up going to the hardware store and located what I needed. I didn't realize that you can put different size amps inside these. So I got myself a 25 amp fuse, and I'll be connecting it to this. Now I'll clean this up with some little cable clamps or whatever, these cable staples. I'm gonna tie them down to the board, but I mean, they're so short, I really don't know if I need to. But I think that's it. Now what I need to do is run the cables for the batteries. These cables here down to the batteries, and I have plenty of that, plenty of cables to do that. All right, well, it doesn't look like much and doesn't look very complicated, but it felt like it was extremely complicated. Here you go. Now, again, I'm going to, cut it there and cut it down to size a little bit, make sure there's room down there for the battery. I have to run some cables, of course, to the battery, so I have that set up. Hopefully tomorrow I have it set up. But this is it. Hopefully it's all done correctly. We'll find out tomorrow. Now, I have 1 kilowatt of solar. In this system can actually go as high as 2 kilowatt of solar, but I only allow like 1,000 kilowatts in. So it can maximize, and all I have to do now is just maybe add batteries to it. I believe if I get another, what do you call it, controller, charge controller, I could actually have it double in size, by putting in another controller, so it can go to 2 separate batteries and 4. I don't know. I'll figure it out, but I'm pretty sure that I can change from 1 full kilowatt coming in to 2 full kilowatts coming in just by adding another controller to it and additional wiring. All right, so hopefully I'll get those batteries hooked up and I'll be right back with you. All right, well, I'm starting to finish up on the solar system. I had to take some time off because I ran out of these and I couldn't find the right size and the best quality at my local hardware store. So unfortunately I had to order it myself. This right here is a grounding bar. So apparently this grounds everything, which is kind of strange because it's not grounded to the ground. But what do I know? I know very little about this. I know next to nothing about solar. But I can follow directions. I did this myself, so this is custom wiring. So to my understanding, oh God, this is 12 volts, and I have to connect it in a way that turns into a 24 volt battery. So these two have to be connected together with a custom wiring. So I'm about to cut. All right, so how this works, I guess it's like a crimp, so I can make these custom wiring.
So, I put it on the wire here. And I put it in there and I just hammer it down real good. Yeah. Smash it real good. See? Maybe do a little on the other side, just to be on the safe side. There. Here's some shrink wrap that I bought from the store. And a torch. Nice. Oh. Uh-oh. There we go. You might be able to find quite a few DIYs on how to put a solar system together. I'm not going to pretend and do DIY as if I know what I'm doing. Because if you've been following my videos, the one thing you know about me is I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just doing my best, right? And hope it all comes together at the end. Oh gosh. I don't even know if there's a particular way I'm supposed to do this, but maybe I should ground it first. Like, ground it up here first. That makes sense. Oh God. No. Okay. Seems right. Now, I did test these batteries to make sure that they're both at the same voltage. Oh God. Ooh, maybe I should wipe my sweat before hooking up batteries. So, here it is. Assuming this is where the power goes. I'm thinking this is turned off, right? Or maybe it doesn't have a switch. Oh God, please. Alright. Oh no. Okay, here we go. Oh God. Okay, see? Was that supposed to happen? God, I hate this. I hate this. I don't know if that's normal. Maybe it sparks like that when you first connect it. I don't know. Okay, that was a small spark. Oh God. Am I destroying this? I really hope I didn't cause any damage. I don't know. I hate this. I hate it. Okay, well, what now? I think I'm supposed to set this. Let's see if it even comes on. Okay, so nothing's coming on. Have I screwed something up? Shouldn't this come on? Here's a fuse. there's a fuse there. It goes here. Is this fuse on? Oh, oh, oh my gosh. I'm scared. Okay, so there's a way to program this. I don't know what any of this means. I don't know. But I guess I have to program this. Okay. I'm gonna have to dig deeper on all this. Alright, I'm gonna try to turn this on and see what happens. Okay. Is there an on switch? Okay. Should I plug something in? Oh, crap. Alright, let's see if this works. Crap. Oh. Oh my god. Wow. Okay, well this works. I don't have solar power. I have solar panels, but I don't have them hooked up to this yet. I figure that's minor. You know, I can hook that up and throw in a cord and power should start coming in. But I think that's it. Alright, so I'll get solar connected to it tomorrow sometime to test it out. And I don't know. We'll go from there. Someone help me.